What up, fam?
What's good, cool?
Doing something a little bit different on this channel. We are starting up our new comeback, and we are not doing a vlog. Isn't that right?
That's true.
Yeah, we are going to be doing fantasy football month of July top fives.
Last year, us together made $5,000 in fantasy football.
True story.
So we know our stuff pretty well.
Yes, and this series will include top five from 1 to 5 quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, defenses, kickers. We're going to start off with quarterbacks and then go down the list. This is for the month of July, and then we'll do one for the month of August, September, and so on until the end of the football season. All right, guys. Top 5 quarterbacks. Number 1,
Aaron Rodgers.
Green Bay Packers. Key factors with Aaron Rodgers here is Jordy Nelson will be back. We also have Randall Cobb, Rodgers, the tight end, Eddie Lacy, Devontae Adams. 5 people that he can throw to. He's always a top 5 quarterback. Last year he was like one of the best, if not the top 2, top
Probably
3.
3, 4, 5, around there.
One of those. He did not have Jordy Nelson, who's going to be a monster this season.
Yes.
Let me tell you, get Aaron Rodgers. Not first round though. Quarterbacks don't go for first round, unless he's open, and maybe you need to. If your league's going for quarterbacks, take Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, if you're first up, then you don't go till last in the second round, you might want to get a quarterback.
But no matter what, if you're in the first round, take Aaron Rodgers.
And Jordy Nelson later, because he will, if he stays
We'll get
healthy.
to that though. We'll get to Jordy Nelson.
Yeah.
All right, number 2 for quarterbacks,
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck. Big key factors for him. Got a $160 million deal, 6 years. Ridiculous. Most paid quarterback in the NFL almost. Maybe probably is the most paid.
140 million. So that 160.
Oh, it's 160.
That's 140.
I'll cut that out. Got a huge ass deal. Fuck.
How about we do one at a time? Second quarterback for July is
Andrew Luck.
he has a few big factors coming into the season. He just came off an injury.
The spleen, but that spleen's gone now.
That's gone.
There's no more
That's
spleen in his body.
Out of there.
So you can't worry about that.
And the biggest part, his $140 million 6-year contract.
Ridiculous.
He is going to have to make big plays
Most
for
paid
that
quarterback
contract.
in the NFL. You
Big
got
plays.
T.Y. Hilton with you, Dante Montecrief. How can he fail? He's always a great quarterback. Last year had an injury. I mean, the only downside of Andrew Luck is he can throw picks a lot. If he can fix that, which I expect he will. Just 2 years ago, he was number 1, and T.Y. Hilton was just starting to explode up. It's gonna go great for Andrew Luck. He's gonna be definitely a number 2 quarterback.
Definitely number 2.
He also has wheels. He's not the fastest, but he has some speed. He can take a hit.
He's a very balanced quarterback.
He's not afraid to take a hit. He's the best versatile quarterback.
Yes.
He's probably the best quarterback in this list. Besides Aaron, because Aaron's just a pocket master.
Very smart man.
But Andrew, he's well experienced. He knows what he's doing. Peyton Manning himself picked Andrew Luck from the Colts. And, yeah, number 2, Andrew Luck. If he's out there and it's more late second round or early second round, grab him.
Grab him for sure.
Grab him. 3. Tom Brady.
Yep.
Just gonna go right there. Tom Brady. And I know, he's not a fantasy quarterback, people say, but these last 2 years, he's been a fantasy quarterback without a doubt.
Especially when he has big games with Gronk.
Gronk, Julian Edelman,
Yes.
the man, the myth, the one that goes to the ground and makes you freaking pissed when
He
he
gets
up.
right up and
Yes.
first down.
Danny Amendola. I mean, he's going through some injuries, but he's going to come back. That's the only thing of Danny Amendola. He goes through a lot of injuries, but he'll have a year. He's also going to have what the fuck's his name?
LeGarrette Blount.
No, Diaz, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, Deion Lewis.
Deion Lewis.
Running back.
Yes.
Great pocket.
Great
running back.
catching running back.
Yes,
It's
very
not really good for ground and pound,
No.
but great for screens, which Tom Brady loves to do. Throw those quick screens to Julian Edelman, and now he's got Deion Lewis.
He's a good comparison to Darren Sproles.
And Tom Brady gets a great amount of touchdowns every single year. If you're playing in a non-quarterback league, that's 4 points for each touchdown in fantasy. So, number 3, Tom Brady, get him. And the only downside about Tom Brady, real quick though, is he's got a 4-game suspension, so he will be really late in the rounds. You can probably get him 4th round, maybe 5th, because people won't even want him that much because of that 4-game suspension. But you're gonna need a pretty solid backup quarterback if you're gonna take Tom Brady. That's why he's number 3. He could have easily been number 2, but he's got that suspension going with him. So my recommendation is, if you're gonna get Tom Brady, get a good backup like who's a good backup to get? Andy Dalton. He's a good starter actually.
Yeah.
I'm saying like a good backup quarterback to get.
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill. That maybe someone like that. Maybe even worse. Depending on how many people is in your league, 10-man, 12-man, depends on all that. But if you're in like a 10-man, Tyrod, Ryan Tannehill, one of those guys. Number 4,
Cameron Newton.
League's MVP last year. We see him dropping down a little bit, but I mean, how could he? He's got Kelvin Benjamin on his team, but still.
He was missing him a long time last year.
Yeah, missed the whole year.
He could be a big key to his passing game.
Him and Jordy, both players missed the full year.
Yeah.
Could help out the quarterbacks. The only thing with Cam Newton is I don't feel like Ted Ginn Jr. is a solid wide receiver. I mean, he did a decent job.
He can make some big plays,
but I don't really see him as a solid wide receiver for Cam.
He's not very consistent.
Cam Newton has Greg Olsen, who's a really good weapon to use.
Greg Olsen for sure.
He's got Jonathan Stewart, really solid running back. I think they're going to try and ground and pound a little more, work around that defense. I mean, Josh Norman's no longer there, but Luke Kuechly, he's going to do some work.
He's got a defense to back him up if he's not having a great game.
Like the way I saw it last year is Cam Newton was a great quarterback, don't get me wrong, but his defense kind of carried him in a lot of situations, put him in great positions to throw touchdowns. Like, he was usually starting from like their own 40. Like, that's easy money for Cam Newton. I don't see their defense being as good without Josh Norman, but still, their defense wasn't just Josh Norman. They had a lot of key weapons, like Kurt Coleman, Luke Kuechly, and so on. But yeah, number 4, Cam Newton. Key factors: have his great targets, has that scramble ability, probably the best scrambling ability out of everybody. Superman Cam, get him for number 4.
Especially.
And this wild card for number 6, we just added on Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton. Man,